Hey everyone, Steve Ferguson here, branch manager, Thrive Mortgage, coming to you today because I am tired of answering the same question over and over and over. Is it cheaper or better for you as a home buyer to always go with the lowest interest rate? Now I want you to think about that for a second. Is it better for you to always choose the lowest rate? Let me answer this question real easy for you. No, it's not. It can be. There are certainly opportunities where it works out, but generally speaking, you pay for what you get. Let me explain. Let's get started on this, guys. I'm excited. Okay. I'm competing with other lenders out there all the time. I totally get that. You guys are shopping for home mortgages because you've been told to shop. I totally understand that. And you think in your mind that, hey, look, if I get the best possible rate, then that's going to give me the best possible end result. Here's why it's not. Number one, this may sound cheesy, but it's not. Service. If you don't get great customer service on the most expensive item you ever buy, AKA a house, that may not seem like a real big deal, but it is, and here's why. If you miss your closing date because you didn't get communication, and the person, because they were offering you the lowest possible rate, said, forget it, I'm not going to do what I need to do on this loan, and I'm not going to communicate because I've essentially bought your loyalty, and they miss either A, your lock date, or B, your closing date, it is going to cost you money. Not a little bit of money, a lot of bit of money. Okay? So let me give this as an example. If I locked you in today for 30 days and your rate expired May 21st, okay? And I was that guy who was the lowest possible offer and I got you the best rate, but I drug my feet and I didn't do what I needed to do on your loan and the lock expired on May 21st. Now we're on May 22nd. Guess what? You've either got to write a big old check to keep the lock or relock at worst case pricing. Either way, it costs you a bunch of money. And now you have a ticked off seller. The seller can now say you are out of contract. I don't have to honor this contract. I've got a backup offer here that I'm going to sell it to. And guess what? All that money you spent on inspections, earnest money, option money, appraisals, all that stuff is out the window. That's gone. You just wrote a check for nothing. Now, think about this for a second because I really want you guys to get your head around this. Let's say I quoted a 6.5% rate and somebody quoted you a 5.5% rate. There should be red flags going off in your head. Here's why. How can one lender beat another lender by a full percentage point? Can it be done? Sure, it can be done. If somebody's selling something super high and somebody's selling super low, I get it. But generally, most lenders are on the same spectrum, okay? So if I'm searching what's the average interest rate today and the average rate is 6.5, and this person over here is quoting me a 5.125 at no points or fees, you should be worried. Okay, because there's ways, and this, I won't get into it on this video, but I'm really thinking about doing another video to show you guys how loan officers hide things, which frustrates me to death and gives us a bad name that you need to know about. Because people do a lot of bait and switching. This still occurs even after the CFPB got involved. There's still people out there that promise one thing and deliver something different. It's really important to pay attention to reviews, social media comments. Look at those things. Call around, ask those questions. I'm not saying you shouldn't shop for a loan. I'm just simply saying that you better shop with somebody who's reputable for a loan. Okay. Now, if you decide to go with a cut rate company, somebody that's offering super low fees that nobody else can touch, you need to set your expectations low because those loan officers, assuming they can get it closed, which I cannot tell you how many people call me back after they've called these companies and decided to go with them and ask me to help them on a weekend or whatever it may be, get a pre-qualification letter out so they can make an offer on a home and everything else, because that other lender won't do it. They're going to be working Monday through Friday from noon to 1, I guess, and take the rest of the day off. I don't really know. I hope you hear my frustration in my voice, guys, because this is really important. Now, here's the other issue you're going to run into. If you're using a company that has a reputation for being this way, all because they have the lowest interest rate, and you start making offers in the market, guess what? Those listing agents who are representing the sellers on those houses may not like the pre-qualification letter or the conditional qualification letter you provide when you make that offer. And they may say, forget it. I'm not going to accept your offer. I don't trust this lender. I've dealt with this person before. I know what that looks like, and I'm going to advise my seller not to take it. Let's look at something else. I've actually had agents reach out to me going, hey, is this real? Can this even be done? I've heard things about this lender. What do you recommend we do? Guys, if you're going to buy the home that you want, it's the home of your dreams, okay? You want it to close on time. You want great customer service. You want communication. You want a great rate and great closing costs, okay? That's fair. Nothing wrong with that at all. But you have to remember, everything comes with a cost. Everything. So as you're figuring out what you're going to do, what lenders you're going to use, do your research, please. If your realtor referred you to a lender, guess what? Probably a really good lender. You know why? Because no realtor or referral partner is ever going to refer you to somebody that does a bad job, because their reputation depends on them doing a great job. If you ignore the results and the recommendations of the expert you hired to represent you, and you go online and you find any random person out there, that's on you. You've got to make those decisions and own up to it. You made that decision. You didn't listen to the expert. Guys, I hope I'm teaching you something new today. I hope you remember these things. This is super important as you continue to move forward and you search for a home. Reach out anytime, call any questions. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for putting up with my little tantrum today, and look forward to talking to you soon. All right, bye-bye.